Hey everyone, so I've got a mental toughness tip for you today. It's actually not a mental toughness tip, it's a mental toughness tool. And mental toughness training is really one way of summarizing, like what is mental toughness training? What does that mean? What's it all about? Is training yourself to use your mind only in ways that serve you. Training yourself to use your mind in ways that maximize the likelihood of having, being, doing, or getting what you want. Now, almost all of that, training your mind to do that, to serve you, in other words, is predicated upon being able to be an emotional master. What that means is being able to choose to think your way into elevated states. Elevating your state. I like to use the mantra, create the state, don't wait. And you might say, well, create what state? And the answer is whatever damn state's going to have you, be, do, and get what you want in that moment. Whatever state's going to serve you in that moment. We have access to every single possible human state that exists. In every single moment, we just need to think our ways into the ones that serve us. So, one of the most powerful states that any of us could ever access or choose to create by thinking well is expertise, right? Is infinite competence. As a coach, my clients absolutely need me to have no questions about my competency. Like the last thing that my high-paying coaching clients need from me is to be wondering if I'm capable of serving them. Right, so what they need from me is the opposite of that. They need me to have no questions about my competency, right, or my ability, wondering if I'm good enough. Rather, what they need from me is to be the best in the world. And I'm not joking when I say that. My website says that. I choose to occupy that space. I'm the best mental coach on the planet. There's no question about that. And I'm not, and I'm not saying that to be boastful. I'm not saying that in order to sound a certain way. I'm saying that because in order for me to really be effective as a servant, as a coach who serves people, who helps them close the gap between how their lives are and how they want them to be, then I need to be an expert. And my clients need me to show up that way without any questions about my own efficacy or my own abilities, but rather with only 100% of my concentration invested in their world, right, showing up for them. Now that's true not just for coaching. It's true in sales. It's true in every industry that I can think of. Really, it's true in athletics. I've spent an enormous portion of my career working exclusively with athletes. And it's absolutely true there. If you're really, truly invested in being amazing, then you don't have time, being a rookie, really, a mental rookie, which is wondering, can I hang? Am I good enough? Do I belong here? Right? That's all rookie stuff. So here's the tool, and it's called a success file. And I'm reaching over here on my desk because there's a sacred space on this messy desk of mine where I keep this folder, which is entitled Success Stories. See that? Success Stories. This is gold to me. Right? This seriously is a sacred file to me. The contents of this are like the ark. And I don't put anything on top of this folder. It sits over here on my desk. I won't put a glass of water. I won't put any of these recording devices or the case for my headphones. I won't put even a box of tissues. I won't put the remote controls for my TV on top. Nothing goes on top of this. You know why? Because I want to treat it like that sacred kind of thing. Because it is, right? The contents of this are pieces of the most profound feedback I've ever gotten, in my life. From folks like, okay, here's a handwritten note from the CFO of Apple. Right? Did an event with them in December of last year, a few months ago. This is the CFO of Apple writing me a handwritten letter, which, by the way, was accompanied with a handful of pretty badass Apple products. This guy called me a wizard. He called me a wizard. That's a keeper. So when I read that, what happens is it has me, you know what it does? It has it be legitimately impossible for me to have any doubt about my ability to make a damn difference with the people who I'm serving. And that's the point. Is that to not be in that kind of inquiry. That inquiry is stupid. That inquiry, like, am I good? Am I capable? God, I hope I can help them today, is pathetic and is rookie. We've all learned to ask those questions. Here's a note from a guy I've been coaching for 19 years, he and his sister. And you know, this is, and he says, and this is like tearjerker stuff. It's, you know, I don't know what I did to deserve to have you in my life, but I'm extremely grateful to you for your mentorship, your friendship, and it goes on. His mother wrote me another one somewhere in here saying, you know, you're the best decision that we've ever made for our children. Now, I'm not reading these to you to boast. That is the point. That's not the point. It's not about my ego. Like, I don't read this to boost my ego, right? This is not an egoic tool. This is a tool that's designed specifically for creating results. The subtitle of my book is very intentionally entitled "Confidently Stepping into Your Own Brilliance." I like that subtitle better than the title, to tell you the truth. Confidently stepping into your own brilliance. Stepping into your own brilliance. The world needs us all to be doing that. Not to be questioning ourselves or our abilities, but rather to be comfortable with our excellence, because then we show up, then we demolish it. That's when we bring our gifts. That's when we really deliver. And those of us that are in service industries, that's where we really, you know, that's where we shine. And when I say shine, it's like that's where we bring it. We bring value to the people that we're serving. So I want to really encourage you to, if you haven't already, create a success stories folder, file, digitally, old school paper, whatever. Have it accessible. I don't want this digital, to tell you the truth. I want this sitting right here. I want it sitting right here. I access it every day because my clients need me to. Before a coaching call, I'll read through this. Before I get on a phone call with the decision maker in a company who's going to decide on whether or not to buy a block of coaching hours for me to go use with their A players or to hire me to speak at their keynote. You know, I don't need to be going into that call going, I hope they see me as qualified. No, I'm like, no, I'm badass, and maybe this is a fit, maybe it isn't. Like, I'm the best in the world. And that's what people need from you. That's what my clients and prospects need from me. And that's what the people in your life who you're serving and interacting with need from you. So create a success story file, add to it regularly. When you get an email from somebody that says something super complimentary, don't just be like, oh, how sweet, that's so sweet, thanks, and then delete. Save it. Print it out, right? When someone gives you a verbal compliment, you write it down and put it in the file. Write down who said it to you and when it was, and keep these things. The world needs you to be clear of these things. The world needs you to be comfortable with your badassness, because that's what we are designed to be as humans. All right, so get comfortable with your excellence again. Okay, create miracles. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.